and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm talking about an Opus 88 pen, and it is an N+ Pens exclusive, namely the Naptime pen. And I'm going to show you the parts of the pen, the things that I like about it, things that I don't like about it, because there are always a few things that are not perfect. But yeah, let's just switch a shot and go do that. Alright, let us start with this box. It is a really big box. As you can see, it says Opus 88, fine writing instruments. And I like this like red and gold sleeve. It looks kind of nice. And then on the side here, it says the type of pen. So it's an Opus 88 fountain pen, mini pocket pen Naptime, which is a special edition. And I got a stub nib, and a stub is a 1.4. I got this nib because it was the only one they had. And I really wanted this particular mini pocket pen because I love dogs. So this is a dog themed pen. I'll show you that in a second. Comes with this card. It says, "Hi, I'm Naptime." That is the dog. You get this postcard with the pen. I don't know if I would use it because it's not my dog, but anyway. Then we have the box, Opus 88, since 1977. Opens, there's a magnetic clasp here. And then the pen sits in here, I think like this. And here's a dropper. So this is an eyedropper pen. I did not use this dropper. I always just use a pipette to fill these pens. But yeah, that is the box. It comes with a booklet. I never really look at the booklet, but it's about filling the pen, basically. It's informative. If you haven't ever used a pen like this, it's nice that they add that. Yeah, that is the box. Lots of packing material for a small pen. They call it a mini pocket pen. Now, mini pocket pen is, I think, overstating it. It is small, but it is not that small. And here is the actual pen. Now, these come in two different barrel colors. There's a clear barrel and then there's the blue. And I got the blue because I just wanted something different. I have the piston knob screwed open a little bit for the ink flow. You don't really have to do this because it's not a true vacuum filler, because it's an eyedropper, but I feel like it helps ink flow through better. It is black with a silver trim ring. The end of the cap is also black. There's nothing on it, it's just shiny black. And then here is what you think is a cap band with Opus 88 on it. But it's actually not a cap band, it's attached to the pen. So if I unscrew the cap, it will not come with it. When I got this pen, I thought this was a defect. So I thought I had a broken pen. But this is normal. So this is how you get it. The cap is, of course, very cute. It is a bunch of doggy illustrations. Dog in a dog bed. Happy doggy. I just love this. It is so cute. And I'm really glad I got it. I know it's not like super classy pen, but it's such a fun little pen that it just makes me happy to look at it. Construction feels really solid. Clip. Very usable, not too stiff. I wouldn't be afraid to use it. It's a very generic looking clip. But yeah. Pocket pen, mini pocket pen. As you can see, it is small, but my small to medium hands don't really have an issue with writing with this unposted. Of course, you can 100% post this. I think you do have to actually close this to get a secure post. Yes, you do. And then it becomes quite long. It's not too top heavy. It is a little top heavy, but not too badly. And now we come to this. So I think they did not put the so-called cap band on this because it's a posting pen. You're supposed to post this because it's a pocket pen. But it would make this cap much more back heavy. And I think they wanted to like have the balance better. Now I don't use this posted. I just use it unposted because that's how I roll. This is a nib. It's a number 5 nib. It's fairly small, and it's a 1.4 stub. The threads of the cap are here. They are not sharp, and yeah, they're pretty decently hidden. Grip is kind of small, but because the threads are not sharp, you could hold it higher and it will be still fine. Now, this I know there's a practical application for this. They did this to make sure the cap wasn't too heavy, but I don't love that this is here. I wish it was part of the cap, honestly. But that is like my only big problem with this pen. The rest, I like it. I like it a lot. I have good experiences with Opus pens in general. I'm grabbing a TWSBI to show you how much smaller this is. Then I'll also show it to you uncapped because I think it's a useful comparison. There we are. Please stay on the page. This is the difference between these two pens. As you can see, they are definitely different. The TWSBI is much larger. But yeah, this one is quite weighty compared to this one. It might be because of the rod inside. I don't know. Anyway, I'll give you a writing sample with the 1.4 nib, but I am going to change the nib on this pen. Now, it's a Jowo nib, number 5. Guess what also has Jowo number 5 nibs? TWSBIs. I must say that I haven't tried to switch this yet, so I don't exactly know how it's going to go, but I'm going to try it. What's not to love about a little experimentation? If you take a nib out of a TWSBI, make sure you really keep good grip on both the feed and the nib. Anyway, you're getting a writing sample with the 1.4 first. And for some people, I think this is a lovely nib. I don't think it's too broad, but with my writing style, it doesn't really work. I'm gonna unscrew it again. I don't know if this is unnecessary, but in my brain, it helps. So, I had it uncapped for a long time. So let's, Opus 88, there we are. Mini pocket pen. Pocket pin, and then specifically the Naptime version, which is super cute. And the nib is a stub, it's a 1.4, which means broad downstrokes and thin side strokes. It's a good writing nib. I have nothing bad to say about this particular nib. It's a good writer. It's just for me and daily writing. I do not grab this pen because it is so big. Now, before I forget, this ink is Pelikan Star Ruby. And it's a lovely, lovely ink. My thing with Pelikan inks is always that they're a little bit dry. Not super dry, a little bit dry, and that's because Pelikan pens tend to be tuned really wetly. But this one, I like it. The color is really lovely. It's somewhere between red and pink, and I love it. Anyway, I'm gonna change the nib, and I hope it goes well. I have to be really careful because there's a lot of ink in here. But it's an experiment. All right, back with the pen. Now, I ran into some issue, which was that the original Opus stub nib was really tight in the housing and I could not get it out. And thus I had to find a different Opus nib to put in this instead of a TWSBI nib. Now, I would still say it is possible to switch in a TWSBI nib, but you have to find a way to get the nib out of the housing, and I had trouble with that, and I didn't want to destroy the feed. So I went the easy route and grabbed my Opus 88 Coloro and switched that in. So now we have a fine nib on this instead of the broad I wanted, but it's not the 1.4 and thus I can write with it. So Opus 88 mini pocket pen, it's still the same pen. Mini pocket pen and then a fine nib. It's very different from this, and it's going to be really good as a daily user now. And that's what I wanted. I want a pen that I can use daily, especially with an ink capacity like this. If I'm only using it for like titles and such, it will take forever for me to write a drawing. But yeah, that is the other nib. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed a look at this Naptime pen, the dog pen. I enjoyed filming it, and I really think this is a super cute pen. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.